In this video, we are going to go over the classification of 3 different types of angles. So let me go ahead and draw those for you now. The first classification of an angle we're going to look at is called a right angle. This is a right angle because the measurement of the angle in degrees, when you hold up a protractor, setting it on the vertex, lining it up with one ray, going up to the next ray, you can see that it is 90 degrees. So all right angles are 90 degrees. So the measure, m, of angle, so little m stands for the measure of angle, S, is equal to 90 degrees. And that is for all right angles. The symbol for a right angle is simply finishing out a little box in the corner. So finishing out the 2 sides. It almost looks like an upside down L. That's the symbol you use to show that this is a right angle. So right angle is our first classification. The next classification we're going to go over is an obtuse angle. An obtuse angle is where the measure of the angle is greater than 90, but still less than 180. So that would be any line past the ray RS, but stops before you get to 180. So if we were to do a ray coming off of the endpoint S, let's make this Y, and it's still connected with this S to T. So this angle would be obtuse because it is greater than a right angle. So now the measure of angle YST, which is what we were looking at because RST was our right angle, the measure of YST, so pretending that that R is not in the picture, it is greater than 90 degrees, but the measure of angle YST is also less than 180 degrees. And those are the 2 traits of an obtuse angle. The last angle we're going to look at is called an acute angle. Now an acute angle is just an angle that's measurement is less than 90 degrees. So if RST, that angle is 90 degrees, an acute angle would be something like this. A ray coming from the point S to some point Q. And again, we're still going to use ST as our other ray. So this measure is less than 90 degrees because we can see that 90 degrees is RST and QST is less than that 90 degrees. If we were to measure it, we can see on the protractor that it is about 35 degrees. So for an acute angle, the measure of angle QST has to be less than 90 degrees. Let's look at one big example. Let's go ahead and first find the measure of angle EBC. So that is this angle, EBC. So we're looking at this measurement right here. Lining up our protractor on vertex B. The zero line follows through the ray BC, and we go up to the ray BE, and we can see that that is exactly 90 degrees. So the measure of angle EBC is 90 degrees, and we know also that 90 degrees is a right angle. So let's go ahead and draw the symbol for a right angle. Now we're going to look at the measurement ABD. So we're looking at this measurement ABD. So this angle here. Holding up the protractor, we're going to start at the vertex B for the center point, and we're going to go from ray BA to ray BD. So lining up ray BA on 0, counting up, we're 2 tick marks past 30 degrees. So that would be 32 degrees for the measure of the angle. And 32 is less than 90. So this is an acute angle. Now we're going to look at the measurement DBC. So that's DBC. So the measure of this angle. We're going to place our protractor center line on vertex B, and we're going from the ray BC all the way around to the ray BD. Starting at 0, counting up, we see that we get to about 148 degrees. And that is an obtuse angle. In later videos, we will learn about adding and subtracting angles, but you could see when I originally drew this, A, B, and C are collinear, meaning they fall on the same line and they're opposite rays, so they're 180 degrees. So the angle of ABC is 180 degrees. If you look at this, the acute angle ABD plus the obtuse angle DBC is equal to 180, because that's 148 plus 32. And you can see that those two separate angles add up to be the entire 180. But anyway, this was just a quick introduction to classifying angles as right angles, acute angles, or obtuse angles.